Hi, my name is Al Halavis. I'm from Lead Safety Solutions. I'll be your lead inspector today. Before I head into the house, I'm going to take a walk around the house and do what they call the exterior inspection. So what we're going to do is look on the house for any chipping or peeling paint. And we do that by basically looking at the paint on all parts of the outside of the house. I'm looking at the front of the house over here. I don't see any chipping or peeling paint. You can see the gray paint is intact. I'm looking here, this is a house that has siding, and siding means that it's got covering up what used to be the old paint. This is a house older than 1978, and it's a requirement that no chipping or peeling paint be here because if there's young children living in the house, even paint that falls from the outside of the house, whether it's on your foot or your dog, it could be brought inside the house. I'm now going to walk around the house. I'm looking at all parts of the house. And then we look over here at the back of the house, also siding, so no issues. All the paint is intact as we go around. Part of the law for lead inspections, if we look over there, any structure that is within 75 feet of the main house is also considered dangerous, and you need to make sure the paint is intact and that shed is intact. I don't see any issues with the paint. As an inspector, I've been doing this for about 10 years, and in those 10 years, I'm really paying attention to the horror stories where you get to see major chipping and peeling paint. It's not a scratch here or a scratch there, and this house looks like it has fine paint on the exterior. Now we're going to head in and do our interior inspection and take samples. Hey, this is Al from Lead Safety Solutions again. I'm going to be going to your kitchen where I'm going to set up to get ready for your lead inspection on the interior. Today, we are going to walk around the house and I'm going to draw a diagram. My requirement is to take notice of how many windows are in each room. Why the government has said that windowsills are the most important place for landlords to really be concerned about because of potential lead dust. Why lead dust? Well, the law says you're allowed to have lead paint in your house. It's on the walls, the ceilings, the trim of each room, doors, etc. But as long as it's not coming off, you're allowed to keep it. However, the concern is that on windowsills, like this windowsill over here, and every windowsill in each of the rooms, this is the original wood with paint on it. And oftentimes when people put things on those windowsills, like their keys or a potted plant, it could cause scratches and etches into the paint. And what's underneath this recent paint, which is, your paint that you buy from Home Depot, is the old paint which has lead paint on it and in it. So if there's any dangerous dust on a windowsill, the government says that this is the most likely place for children under the age of 6 who might be living in the house, where they might put their fingers and they might chew and eat the paint. Danger. My job, I'm looking at paint while I'm here to make sure there's no chipping or peeling paint even on the banisters going up and down the stairs. But after that, I'm going to take samples, one sample from each room of dust, and we send that to a laboratory. And if it's below the limit, which is 10 micrograms for the floor and 100 micrograms for a windowsill, well, then they fail. But if it's below that, each room is considered safe, and the landlord's hoping to get what's called a lead certificate, which says no dangerous dust on this date and this time. So right now, I am going to go and take my diagram, and I'm going to take note of all the windows and mark an X where I'm going to take a sample. So here we are in the living room. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 windows on this side. I see 3 windows on this side, and I'm going to take a sample from the window on the right from a windowsill after I've diagrammed each room. Start over here on the left. Looks like there's a bathroom with one. I'm going to go into this room over here. This is a bedroom 1. It has 1 window on the right, 2 windows on the left. If I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 samples from this property. So now I'm going to count how many samples I have to prepare. It looks like I have a total of 10 samples for this very large house in Silver Spring. And now I'm going to prepare these samples. Now I'm going to label them. Now I'm going to open up 10 samples. These are special wipes called ghost wipes that we get from the laboratory. And if these windows had been made of wood, then I would be required to take a sample from inside a window. By opening up a window that was wood, taking it from inside, that's called a window well. But because this is a non-lead window, meaning it's made of aluminum or non-wood window, it doesn't have any lead paint. It was made after 1978. Ready to go. We're going to head upstairs and take some samples from the bedrooms and bathroom. Now I'm heading to the first room. The way you take a sample is you put your template down here, and I go from here, 1, and I put it in a test tube. Now I give advice to landlords that since I'm taking samples from windowsills, that they should prepare, and the recommendation is that they actually clean windowsills of dust by using any household cleaner like Formula 409 and wiping the area that I will be testing, and also to wipe all of the windowsill. All of this is to protect the child from any dust. And if there's no dust when I test, and there's no dust at all, you've made a safer place for children to live and hopefully never have any lead poisoning. This is going to be bedroom number 2. So these samples represent, once I have taken one from every room, this is what gets sent to the laboratory. They get analyzed. There's usually a 2 to 3 day wait from when the laboratory receives them. Results, if we send out on a Monday, are usually Wednesday evening or Thursday evening on average. There's an option for landlords to pay for $50 extra so that you have results tomorrow. And then of course, detailing all of these samples on a diagram and putting in something called a chain of command. So we itemize every single sample, send it to the lab, and once we get the results, they're input into the government system. And if everything passes, you get a certificate sent to you called a lead certificate form 330.